So the end of last episode was a cluster yuck and a half. So again, apologize that Lily sat on my keyboard and ended the episode. Hopefully it wasn't too big of a deal for you guys. But we are going to jump back on into more blueprints. I hope you guys are doing well today. I was a little sad that we weren't able to reclaim the throne. Um, I'm kind of I'm kind of trying to decide. So we did end the day in a blue room. So we do still get the blue scepter, or the scepter. I don't know if it, like, we get to pick a color right away at the start of the day, or we're gonna find out in a second here. But, I still have the cursed effigy in the, one room. Ooh. Okay, so it is just still automatically blue, which is what I think that we need. So we do need to go to the antechamber at some point today. We also need to... I kind of want to take some time to sit and see if we can solve the order so that when we get to the antechamber, we can get the order, because we have all of the sigils, and I have all the information from the sigils. We do also have an allowance token down there that we can go get. And then we need to get all of that, and we need to get the throne room today. So that is the goal. I think the biggest trick to this is to get as many rerolls as possible, because what I was noticing is the blue scepter really, like, has a metric shit ton of rooms. Like, it's really difficult. So yeah, that's what I got. Those are my thoughts on the process. Welcome to the Thoughts of Zari. We're gonna get on into it, but I hope you guys are doing well. Do anything exciting last few days. I just cannot get over how absolutely beautiful the scenery of this game is. I was telling my family about this game. Let's do the tool shed. I was telling my family about this game a little bit in our family meeting, and that I love that this game is one of those games that if you want to quote unquote beat the game, you can in like 15 hours. I would think that's even generous. It's very easy to beat to get to room 46. But what's really fun is like the diving into all of the secrets. And I'm so excited to see. I'm so mad that we did not get the ace. But we're gonna do a couple more things. We're getting closer to beating to getting the Mount Holly directory. We're at 108, so we're missing 2. I'm kind of curious what those rooms are. Let's take a second. They must be... So I have one more studio edition, which was the casino. I'm missing a red room. What red room have I just never drawn? It's not the Lost and Found. What red room am I missing? I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna look it up. Red room directory blueprints. Have I... Oh my gosh. I've seriously never crafted the furnace in this game. I've crafted the furnace multiple times in the demo, but apparently I just never have crafted the furnace in this playthrough in all 50 days. That's absolutely hilarious. That's super funny. So we We will need to craft the furnace at some point. I think I didn't because it's one of those, like, once you do, it puts a ton of red brooms in your pool. It's just really frustrating. Ooh! We're going to the antechamber today. Look at us go. Okay. I think I'm gonna go push the bedroom side first. Yes. So now we just need the lucky foot and a workshop. The den here is pretty good. I don't mind doing a downturn here. I think I would rather do the commissary and buy it out now and get a bunch of items. Because we have the money for it. Although every time I buy the commissary out, I always end up getting, like, the, sale day. It's crazy. Okay, dead end. We could redraw for a more fun dead end. Let's do it. Don't want that dead end. This is not a great place for this. I wouldn't mind the walk-in closet here. Let's do that. The key card. Interesting. And we have a vault key. Ooh. Okay, sub goal. Get a vault today. I wanted a tea room. Damn it. Let's do... I think let's hang this way. I'm like so anxious about not having enough gems for the throne room now. Can you tell? Of course. Of course I find the coupon book. That's funny, actually. Let's do... Interesting. There's not been nearly as many blue rooms. That's intriguing. Oh, we need a workshop today. We need a workshop today. Let's put the courtyard here. Yes. I've had so many bad, like, not bad, but just like courtyards that are empty recently. Ooh, now getting a garage would be really good because there's always really good stuff. There's always really good stuff, and we have a way to go north using that door. Let's go in here now, because we're going to have to backtrack anyway. And we get keys. Okay, we need a shovel today. That would be a good. I haven't gotten a lot of music today. It's just been very quiet. I wouldn't mind the chapel here. I think let's put the chapel here, and then I think it's time to head back and push up this side. We're doing pretty good on steps. Thank you, my little masky mask and my extra steps this morning. Oh, got stuck. You really, sir? Ryu's back there, prowling around and yowling, apparently. Let's draft this room first so we know what the energy is for the corner there. Interesting. We already have the key card, so this means that this would give us a bunch of other keys or a really good card. So I'm gonna put that there. But before we go, the music started. And because of that, I would not mind putting a dead end here. But I kind of want to redraw to see what our options are. This has been helping a lot. I think I'm gonna put this. And we have no reason to go there. Okay. Let's go. 20 minus 18 is 2. Squared is 4. 1 squared is 1. Plus 4 is 5. Squared is 25. Minus 15 is 10. Sorry for narrating all this out loud. I hope you guys don't mind. 100 divided by 10 is 10. Divided by 10 is 1. Nice. Okay. This is our only option. I mean, it's not the only option, but it's a good option. We now have gems in both of those rooms. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, interesting. I've never seen a key hidden there. We need a shovel today, jeez. I hate the dining room down here. Let's save the classroom because you have the ability to draw. So I think it's time for our parlor. There is only one true statement, okay? The gems are in a box with the false statement, okay? There are 2 true statements. This one has to be true. They're in the blue box. Here was my reasoning. The gems can only be in one box, right? So this meant that it was another paradox. It was there's only one true statement. If this is true, then both of these are false, right? And the gems are in the blue box because it says the gems are in a box with a false statement. So the gems in the true box. And again, other thing, there are 2 true statements, which would mean this is false, and these are 2 true statements, so then the gems are in the one in the false box. So either way, the gems are in the blue box. Ooh, I like the secret passageway because then we can end our day in here. I hate the secret passageway here. We'll have to get a room that turns left, which we could force. Let's do it. Okay, what rooms do we have that would go up? We could do an orange and get a passageway, but it feels like a waste to do a passageway here. We don't want to do a red room. I don't know if I have any green rooms that would spawn here, because I've already taken out the cloister. Unless that would push out the electric eel aquarium, which would be an option. Honestly, I think the hallways. Oh no, I may have picked something and screwed myself. I think the hallways and take a passageway. The red rooms may have actually been good. I could have maybe done the, oh, the vegetable! Let's do... Actually, we're gonna do the Great Hall. Hear me out. We have 8 keys. We only have to open 6 doors, and even then, we have a chance. And there is we need a thing, and my foundation is on the right side, so it's really easy to get in through this way. So, okay. Oh. There's something in here. Oh, let's do this first. Okay, that gave us information and I didn't waste a key. Nice. Okay, so that gave me everything I needed to know. Because this is the downside, and I got the room with the loot in it. And that's the dead room. So we need to open both of these doors. And one of them has the lever. I think this one. Yeah. And the other one is our way out. And I don't need to open either of those doors because we don't need a door going there. Honestly, that was a pretty great haul. Good job, Zari. And we have the key. So we want to, number 1, view the estate inventory. Okay, so we have 3 gems in the other rooms over there. We want to crank our security to high because we have the key. We'll change the offline mode just because it's sometimes best to have that if I, for whatever reason, need to get the lost and found and things happen. It's always good. Now what I need to do is I'm going to log into the network. And we're going to remote into our lab and get an experiment started. Give me boxes. Boxes and security doors. We're gonna do this, and I think we should add a gold to your allowance. Set your dice to 2 is really, really tempting because of the play that we're doing, but then I would have to be very careful if I, have more dice. This is really good. This is one of arguably the best ones. Set your steps to 40 would be awesome, especially because if we have to pick up the Curse to Effigy today. But then again, I'm having to pay attention. It would be very ineffective to us during this part. So I think I'm going to do this. It's going to help us in the long run. Okay. Let's do it. Okie dokie. So we're going to put a dead end here. I don't want to draft it because I don't want to draft more red rooms. I don't like drafting red rooms. I think I'm just going to throw this in here. Get it out of my pool. There's no reason to go in there. I hate all of these. Did I pick this one just to see the dogs? Yes. Yes, I did. And also because there's more likely an item in this room. Oh, but his little tail. Okay. Oh. I'm going to do the tunnel and try to go right and then access the rest of the house this way, and then I can come back up. We have so many steps. Nice. Not as nice. We need a left turning door. We got a left turning door. Hell yeah. Okay. I'm going to take the music room, but we're not going to go in there yet. Oh, I used 2 gems. I, for some reason, was thinking of yesterday when I had to craft a room or bypass the security door. Let's do this. But I actually think before we go anywhere, we're going to go down and open room 46 and try to solve that, whatchamacallit, the Morjai box, which will be super fun. And honestly, this would be the best way to go down and go draft up over here. Nope, wrong way. Honestly, the running shoes are definitely what's kind of saving my bootay. Steps-wise. Because last episode was the first time in forever that I've had to, like, worry about steps. Crazy. Look at that! Ah! Okay. That was so exciting. There's a bug right on top of me. Oh my gosh, that was terrifying. Okay. Interesting. I don't lose steps walking in here. Okay. This is the one that rotates. I forget what the orange does. Let's look. I probably got a screenshot of it. Nuance is green. Oh, the press tile will change that color. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Fuck. I'm kind of just wildly clicking. I don't know if you could tell. You're probably like, yeah, we could tell. Oh, duh. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I know I already have screenshots of this. I really want to go poke my face in this corner. It glows. Okay. It's just a corner. But since I don't lose steps, I kind of want to take screenshots of all of these. Then we're going to just take a second and puzzle through it. So we can look at them all together. Because we're going to go up into room 46 and try to see if I have some information to solve this. What is this? Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that was the puzzle box that they were mentioning. Because this was the state. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's been literally months since I was at the stage where I was solving most of the sigils. I've been trying to get this last sigil key for literally so long. So long. And so, having some information is going to really help. And we may need to, like, go digging a little bit more in order to, like, look at the sigils. I'm going to try to figure this out while we are down here. So if we need to, like, go look at weather or something like that, we have that ability. Meow. Riveting content. You're all welcome. Okay. Let's take a look at it. So, I'm gonna get my notebook out. Okay. I have some notes of some things that I was kind of guessing, but we're going to kind of start a fresh new page and take a look at these things. So, if I remember correctly, the objective was simple enough, but what order where to start? This is the, gosh, I'm gonna make myself look dumb if I don't say all these names properly. Again, it's been so long. Where's my page with all the realms and what their names are? Renda Ares. Was simple enough, but what order? Planning has never been my strategy. I decided to depart both forsaking map and plan. The road has taken me south. So, 1... I think this is the first one. So I think he starts in Orinda Aries. And then he goes south. So looking at a map, I think the next... Oh, look at... I have the map right here. I think the next thing he would do would be to go to Araja, right? Because the traditional Orinda Aries are to Araja. And I think if I remember correctly, he ends, at Fen Aries. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he ends at Fen Aries. Air travel is much better than sea travel. So, air travel last. So, if you go south immediately, I'm going to assume that he goes to Araja. That makes the most sense. So, let's go look at the Arajan. I think this is one more over. A little disappointed that there's not been a drop of rain. I suppose the antidotes they make on this trip will have to do without a flavorful setting. Even without rains, the puzzle is upon. Make this place feel different from home. Okay. So we don't know where he goes next. Let's back travel. So if he says air travel is better than sea travel, I'm assuming that this is the last place that he went, which would make sense because if he went south first, so he was here, he went south, he did a whole bunch of stuff, and then he took the airship back home. That kind of makes sense. So let's just assume that Nuance, I think it is. Nuance, I was right. Nuance is last. Second to last. So, which makes sense because he mentions Khorsai, whatever, and Morjai. So maybe he just, went there recently. Which would make sense because that's all over there. Okay. And he's talking about going home. He talks about sea travel, which makes sense. So we know he went from Vera to Khorsai, is what I wrote down. And then he went from Morjai to Vera. So he went Morjai, Vera, Khorsai. Arch Aries, he was sailing to arrive. So what was the sailing country? Okay. Let's go look at Arch Aries. A few days of sailing. I would assume that he would go to Nuance next. Where's the Nuance note? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where's the Nuance one? Oh, there's supposed to be 9. Right? Oh, interesting. He went to Nuance second to last. I'm gonna just scribble out my numbers. Oh, I've messed this whole thing up. Restart! Okay. So start in Orinda. Then he goes to Araja. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He ends in Fen Aries. And then had Nuance. Morjai has fruit trees is what I wrote down. So let's read this. Sailing to Arch Aries. Fewer opportunities for years. We travel the mountains to attend to my correspondence. Here, everybody is expected to carry their belongings. Oh, so he went to, what color is this? Blue? Is it Morjai? What realm is this? I'm having a moment. Oh, Mount... what? Mount Ephros. Oh, Corycia. So he went to Corycia. Snowy Mountains. There it is. My notes are right there. He went to Corycia right after Vera. So this is indeed true. Okay. And then I do think that, he went to that one last. He mentions the weather in Morjai right before. So he's already gone to Morjai, but I don't know if he necessarily was coming directly from Morjai. I feel like my brain just turned to mush. Okay, I'm gonna take a second. I'm gonna pause because this is taking me a while. I promise I will not look it up. I'm going to just take a second, go through my notes, and see what I can come up with, and what, like, little things I can train together, and I will be right back. Okay. I don't know that I fully figured it out. First of all, I was again confusing myself. It's 8 realms. I was putting a 9th, I was doing a start, and it was really confusing me. So, pretty much I've figured out, we start in Orinda, we have Araja. Then, here, I'll show you guys, because some of you might be somewhat visual. Where are my notebook? Nope, not the guides. I don't want the guide. Where is notebook? I thought there was a way to, like, write notes in here. Notes! And we'll call this 8 realms. Can I name this? No? Okay. So we start in Orinda. Then we go to Araja. He says he goes south. I don't know what 3 is. I don't know what 4 is. I don't know what 5 is. I don't know what 6 is. I think 7 is nuance because he mentions going air travel home to Fen Aries. So here's my issue. Here's where I'm getting confused. I am looking at these, and so we're missing Morjai, Vera, Coretia, and some sailing way to get to Arch Aries. So here's where we might need to play around up there a little bit with things. So he mentions, I know for a fact that he goes immediately from Vera to Coretia, right? It talks about from the sweltering heats, it's relief coming from the sweltering shores of Vera. Okay? So we know that those two are together for sure. So I'm not sure where, here, I'll put this note down here. So it goes from Vera immediately to Coretia. We know that he for sure went to Morjai before Vera, because in the Vera card, where's the Vera card? He mentions that it's not as hot. The weather is more severe than Morjai. So we know that Morjai was before Vera. But what's confusing me is he said it was a short sea travel to, hold on, that wasn't the sea one. Where's the sea little post-it note? Short sea voyage to Morjai, which is what's confusing me. And because I'm thinking, like, what is close to Morjai? Unless this is really, really close to Orinda or Arch Aries. I wouldn't think so. That looks so far. Because he went Orinda Aries or Raja, unless he did a short sea travel up to Arch Aries. And then went to Morjai. But it said a short sea travel to Morjai, which makes me think that, like, Vera, coming from Vera, okay? This is definitely the last one. After a few days of sailing. So either he did Raja to Arch Aries, then to Morjai, then to Vera, then to Coretia, is what my immediate guess is. This is 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what my guess is. But the only reason I'm guessing that is because that is the only way that, sorry for the hiccup, that we can have a short sea travel to Morjai. Let me go reread the Vera notes, because it was on Morjai. No, so he goes to Morjai before. He goes to Morjai before. I just don't know what the short sea travel is. Nuance is the only place with air travel. So it has to be Morjai, Vera, Coretia. So the question is whether or not Arch Aries was before or after. And we're just going to have to assume that, which I'm okay with. Okay, we have 100 steps. We're doing pretty good. We're going to go up We're gonna go get our crown and try out some of these options. We still have quite a bit. I'm like saying this to remind me. I know it hasn't been as long for you guys because I was paused for a good like 5 minutes reading through my notes and puzzling through that. But I'm wondering if, no, you know what? I think we go get the crown, we do the antechamber. We come back, we push down this way, and then we're gonna have to come back over here to go down, and we can go down the foundation and come back out and go over here. That's what I'm thinking. That's my thought. Okay. Oh, that was so much brain effort. It's been a really long day, too. I'm not gonna lie. We've been on 100 steps for so long. It's been a really, really long day, too. And today took a lot of brain effort. I've been on camera so long because I had to do some filming for work. I had a meeting. I had a few meetings. And then just, like, I've been peopling all day. And so my brain is a little... oh, I'm stuck. Little struggling. But what's funny is I really did want to play this game, even though my brain was struggling a bit. Ooh, secret garden key. That could be fun. We could open up the other side too, and then we could draw from the other side. Okay. Yes, quest bedroom. Yes. Let's go. Look at our allowance. It's so high now. Okay. Let's do this. 1 and 8. Okay, we think we went 2. I think this is 7. I think he went... Let's try 3. Oh gosh. It was Morjai, Vera, Caricia. So let me look at my little map here quickly. Morjai, Vera, Caricia. I was right! Okay, I better write this down. I'm writing this down. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've never been so excited for paper. Property deed. Lord Arthur Clementine to Lady Arville of Trinsvale. Who's Lord Arthur Clementine? All men by these presents, that Lord Arthur Clementine, rightfully owner of the land that rests in the northern range of Reddington Mountains, doth grant and convey the bearer of this document, Lady Arville of Trinsdale, the land, forest, and waters, the sheer cliff that rests within the northern shadow of the Holly Leaf Mountain, with all the rights, privilege, and appurtenance thereunto belonging. Boundaries: dense woods, cliff walls, mountain springs, areas sheltered, 80 acres of land, situated southwest of Reddington. Okay. In hand and seal, I make my mark, the grand year of Fen Aries, 1912. Interesting. I would love to get I want a magnifying glass on this. Oh, what? Okay, hold on. I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils herefore made to me. I have never been married, and I do not have children. I direct all my debt and outstanding expenses to be paid as soon as my decease is possible. Okay. All staff will be granted indefinite leave to be paid out of the reserves of my estate. until such a time that the new master, Mount Holly, bids a return. That's so cool that he has like that and that he takes care of his staff that way. If they're depleted before a new master is found, I direct my executor to make provisions for their future employment and do so in a manner that is just and equitable to all parties involved. To my faithful valet, Hartley, I gift to him the lake house in Trinsdale as a small measure of gratitude. Okay. To my late cousin Tillian's 2 children, Courtney Ferrain and Rhaegar Ferrain, have never heard of them, who have sometimes been impulsive and hasty in their actions, I grant each a cuckoo clock set eternally set on the sacred hour, for only time will tell when they're ready to slow down enough to appreciate the gifts bestowed upon them with the patience and wisdom that comes with maturity. Wild. In the case that Lionel Epson should return from his travels abroad, or in the event that any of his heirs should be present themselves, I bequeath to him or them, as case may be, the diary and its related keys, each formerly belonged to his sister Clara Epson, which I have kept in her room and beside her grave, respectively and respectfully. So here's the thing about wills, is that if you are not declared in a will, you can only claim the things you are declared to, as far as I kind of understand, from my brief understanding via Nancy Drew. And then if you aren't, then you can claim stuff. So by putting people who have quote unquote a claim to Mount Holly in here and giving them something, anything, they then can no longer claim Mount Holly. My gallery, along with the artwork contained within, to be bestowed to the Reddington Museum of Art, including the sculptures, the exhibits, and the entire collection of drawings by Christopher Manson. Oh, cool! It gives you hints about the names. That's interesting. This generous donation shall be made 1 year hence, following the date of my earthly departure, and it will be removed from that Holly draft pool. To the Grand Cathedral of Araja, I bequeath 8 stone statues. Oh, we have all the names! Arvinda Lydia. Oh, that's so cool. I don't know which one's which. They've been in the Sinclair tomb for multiple generations, and even there have been much debate over their natural numerical order. They have nevertheless remained steadfast in their safeguarding of our family's secrets. That's super cool. He gives me all the rest, residue, and remainder of my estate, and the right title and interest, and my right and title and interest in the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. Dang, that his grandmother, Clara Epson, has showed me. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45 estate. This room, among the things of value, holds a physical deed to the entire estate. Oh, so we actually, just by finding the 45th room, wouldn't have been able to take claim. That's interesting. Well, yeah, provide proof of his discovery. Interesting. Everything would be gifted to the Arinda Heritage Foundation. Damn! For Fenris, that's ridiculous. In the sense of, like, that's kind of a slap in the face of the Arinda Heritage Foundation, which is the old land that they've been trying to. The site shall not be reopened until black flags are once again flying over Oris, and 110 years have passed since my death, whichever day shall come first. And one final gift to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones. Regardless of what he finds in room 46 or not, I leave and bequeath him the original manuscripts of his mother's work that were produced here. Aww. The preliminary draft copies include the red prints which she wrote while visiting the estate during her brightest days, and a new clue which she penned here during the darkest. I hope in due time, in the natural order of things, you will come to be content, and as I have, with what little of herself she left us. Interesting. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so glad that we got to see that today, guys. I'm so glad. That was exciting. These are the 2 cuckoo clocks. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Okay, I just wanted to enjoy a moment in here. So, next order of business. We're going to draft out this side of the house. Hopefully, we will get the black room that we need. Let's redraw here. Don't need the treasure trove. Hate all of these options. We can redraw one more. I guess we don't need money. We don't need keys. I don't have the electromagnet. I wanted to try the electromagnet with the keys. I thought that would have been cool. So I guess we'll do this. Hopefully we'll get dice. Okay. Losing more steps. We still have not done a dining room, and we have not done a... Hilarious. We've not done... Oh! That sucks. I'm tempted to redraw, but I'm just going to do the treasure trove. Okay. This is our option. We are not going to eat. Hello. Oh, it's the lunchbox. That's right. We are absolutely not going to eat anything. We do. I also forgot that we want to get the vault today at some point. But that is a dead end. The pool is our best option here. A banana! Oh. One little key. Okay, so let's draft downward first, because if I can, I might put the secret gun there. At what point do I expend... and go for the... I think I expend 2. And I go for the, Dang it. I think I'm going to throw this solarium here, because it's going to help us out. Okay. Oh, I was hoping for that. I'm going to actually specifically use a secret garden room here. This will help us out because if we... Oh! A shovel! Yay! It was beeping at me again. Okay. This way, if we wanted to draft from this room, we can. kind of like the veranda better. And it gives us our allowance. Cool. Hell yeah. I have so much money. I love that I knocked the chair over. That's really funny. Nice. I'm gonna do the classroom, and then we're going to redraw and hope to get the okay. We are looking. The only issue. Oh, this is gonna be so hard. Oh, this is gonna be so hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I can do it if I draft. Okay, we are going to walk in here right away. Okay. Oh, I had to take that because there was no guarantee that that would show up. We are not going to eat our food. Oh, heck yeah. Worth the 2 steps. Here's what we are going to do. We are going to go to the antechamber and attempt to draft the, and we'll draw until we can maybe get the coat check there. Then what we are going to do is we are going to go draw out the other side. We'll go down and come back up, and we'll draw out the other side just for funsies, just to see what else we can accomplish, even though I'm a little nervous about it. I'm so tempted to take the showroom. I'm gonna do it. Hear me out. Partially because my allowance has been raised. I think that there's... Oh, I did not mean to do that. We'll buy this. Honestly, we'll buy this out. There's no reason to not. Yeah. But I was hoping... I couldn't remember if there was an item. Wait, what happens when we use the master key? Oh. Interesting. Okay, but this way we can redraw in the corner. Oh my gosh. There's so much in here. Love the music in this room. I like this room being commonplace. I kind of want this room to be unusual. Because hear me out. This is really helpful at higher levels. So I'm going to put this to unusual. That's going to help a lot. This room is really hard to get, and it's very specific, so I like it being that. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we can replenish. So we can go about 2, maybe 3 more rooms. We'll do this. We'll get our casino. I don't want to pick that up because I want a dead end. Fuck! Of course they give me the vault! I think this is more important. I think it's more... Am I even going to make it back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I wouldn't make it back. We're going to need to get the utility closet too. This is gonna... Ooh. This is my best option. Well, that sucks. That sucks. I'm so upset. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. I did the best I could. The only downfall, the only thing I could have done is when it showed up earlier, I could have drafted it somewhere as a just in case. I was hoping I want to draft it close to the dining room, and so usually I wait for the dining room to show up before I draft it. Today was really awesome, though. We solved this puzzle, which was really cool, and I'm really happy for that. I should have taken the fucking vault. It's okay. The vault isn't as big of a deal. We need to end the day in a blue room. I think we end the day in the foundation. Because... Oh, wrong way. Wrong way. Where am I going? Who knows? We're gonna end the day in the foundation. Because... Oh, it's this. Because I'm very curious about, do I... Hold on. Do I have enough to castle again and have it shift to the king? Because I do like the redraws in the corners. That's really good, but the king would give us the black rooms. No, I don't want to. I like the redraws. Okay, we're gonna end the day here. Number 1, because it's a blue room, and so we will not lose the scepter, which means we don't have to worry about drafting the treasure trove. One less step. And then number 2, because I'm very curious. So we're gonna call it a day here. Yeah. I'm so proud of us for solving that puzzle, though. Us. I say. I'm so proud of me for solving that puzzle, but thank you for coming along my journey. Oh, this was a good day. Still, even though I'm so upset. I had so many gems. I should have taken the freezer. That's also something that I've never done, is thought out the freezer, which I really want to do at some point. But anyway, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Goodbye!